November 2011. Tim Hart is sitting on his couch checking emails on his phone. He sees an email pop up from his friend, Jack Froese. The subject line said simply, "I'm watching." The body of the email said, "Did you hear me? I'm at your house. Clean your fucking attic." While most of us would laugh off an email like that from a friend, Hart was deeply concerned. You see, Jack Froese, at that point, had been dead for 5 months. It is unfortunately not uncommon for a deceased loved one's account to start shooting off emails after their death. Hackers don't much care if someone is alive or dead when they hijack an account. Most social media platforms have built-in plans for someone's account post-demise. Facebook in particular has a system to designate someone's page as a memorial, locking out the ability for it to send messages. Email is trickier. Tim Hart wasn't thinking about hackers when he received that November email from Froese. A hacker wouldn't care about his attic. Something struck Hart about the email. Before he passed away, Froese had visited him, and they ended up checking out his attic. Froese commented to Hart about the state of his attic, even going so far as to tell him that he'd clean it himself. No one else was privy to this conversation. Death Switch, Great Goodbye, The Sprout. These services allow a person to schedule emails to be sent after their death. Some know that the end is coming and plan out emotional farewells for their friends and family. Known as a sarcastic, funny, and witty guy to his friends and family, did Jack Froese get in one last joke with one of these services? Well, there are a couple of issues with that theory. Jack died suddenly in his home of a heart arrhythmia. He, by all accounts, didn't know what was coming. The second issue is that there was a second email. Messages coming from the online accounts of a deceased person is a strange commonality unique to the 21st century. Famously, in 2016, after the death of journalist David Carr, his verified Twitter account was taken over by a spam bot. Its name was changed and it broadcasted a tweet out into the ether that shocked Carr's colleagues and loved ones. It read simply, "I love role-playing games and sex." The account was later restored, but it brought back to the forefront the question of what happens with our online lives when our actual lives end. Shortly after Hart received his ghostly communique, Froese's cousin Jimmy mcgraw received an email. "I knew you were going to break your ankle. Tried to warn you, gotta be careful." McGraw had broken his ankle a week before when leaving for work. Instead of freaking out, he saw the email as a kind message from his departed friend. I'd like to say Jack sent it, just because I look at it as he's gone, but he's still trying to connect with me, trying to tell me to move along, to feel better. No one knows to this day, 11 years later, where the mysterious emails came from, other than Jack Froese's email account, of course. No one has ever owned up to having access to the account. Friends reached out to Jack's mother, wondering if perhaps she had sent the emails. She gave what I consider a strangely cryptic answer. Think what you want about it, or accept it as a gift. But what do you think? Did Jack Froese reach out beyond the grave to comfort his loved ones after his sudden passing? Or was this all some sort of strange prank? Let me know in the comments or on Twitter at DreadUnsolved. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. If you like this content, like and subscribe for more strange tales every Thursday. Thanks for watching.